Sherman D. Manning, y'all. Coming to you live from Baldwin Hills, California. Sherman D. Manning. We got to stop this killing. We got to stop this tension. We've got to stop this hatred. We've got to bring people together. We got to do it. And we can do it. Listen to me. This is the greatest country on the face of the planet. And if anybody can come together and bridge the divide, we can do it. Stop shooting the police. That's not an appropriate response to the miscarriages of justice that we have seen all too often as it relates to African American men and the police. We're still the last ones hired, ones fired. We still have a problem with violence against African American men by the police, and we need to start doing something about it. We're holding prayer vigils. Probably Monday after next we'll have another one at Greater Hopewell. I'm not certain about the date just yet. We need to galvanize. We need to organize. We need to have marches. We need to sit in, stand in, pray in, kneel in, work in, write in, do whatever is necessary to stop this mess. I'm thinking about King right now, y'all. Shifting gears. I've just got Martin Luther King Jr. on my mind today. Not about waiting until his birthday and the holidays, but I try to think about something positive every day. And today I'm thinking about King. And I remember so vividly, he said, well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. And I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But he has allowed me to go up to the mountaintop. And I've looked over. And I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you. But I want you to know tonight that we as people will get to the promised land. And I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. I just wanted to get, hallelujah. I just wanted to get that off my chest today. Been thinking about Dr. King, and in a time such as this, it would be great if we had a voice that spoke with the kind of moral authority which Dr. King possessed, to speak out on these issues of injustice and try to help us figure out a way to bring people back together. We must bridge this divide. To everyone listening to me in Hanoi, Vietnam, those of you listening in the military, our great soldiers who are stationed in various locations across the planet. I'm Sherman D. Manning, in case you have not met me yet. I was a wrongly convicted prisoner. There's nothing odd and out of the ordinary about a wrongfully convicted man in the United States of America. This kind of thing happens every day. And so while incarcerated, I wrote 22 books, and one of my best books, if you will, that God has blessed me to write, and my newest book at that, is The Truth About O.J. Simpson: Race, Class, Money, and Justice. The Truth About O.J. Simpson: Race, Class, Money, and Justice. And this book is available at local bookstores and on Amazon.com. I encourage and urge you to get a copy of that book. I'm in speaking mode right now. I just feel like throwing down. Y'all know I preach. It's the gift that God has given me, and I speak on the lecture circuit for a living. And so perhaps some of you all can take some snippets of some of what I'm saying and send it to your homeboys at different organizations and associations and tell them to book me. I'm ready. Ready to speak. I'm ready to speak. I am ready to speak. I am ready, 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 ready. I am ready to speak. I am ready. Yes, I am. This is a live podcast, so the situation is fluid. There are things going on that I have to respond to while recording the podcast. We need justice. We need to bring people together. We need to get our dreams back. And one of the things I've seen in so many African American young men in this country is that dreams have been buried and destroyed. Oh my God, I tell them to keep on dreaming. And I tell them that's what the Nelson Mandela story is all about. He never stopped dreaming. Nelson Mandela had a nice house of his own, but he never stopped dreaming about those who had no house. He kept on dreaming. He had a law degree, but he never stopped dreaming about those who had no degree. He kept on dreaming. They stood up for justice, the downtrodden, the neglected, the unprotected. He kept on dreaming. They locked him up for treason, but he kept on dreaming. The first 5 years in prison, Mandela couldn't get a visit, but he kept on dreaming. The first 10 years in prison, Mandela could only see his wife, Winnie Mandela, once every 6 months, but he kept on dreaming. The first 17 years in prison, they wouldn't let him see a newspaper, but he kept on dreaming. The first 22 years in prison, Mandela couldn't see a television, but he kept on dreaming. And he kept on hoping and yearning and striving. And after 27 years in prison, we saw the jail cell open wide. We saw the stone roll away, and he walked out holding the hand of his jailer. And now, because Mandela, he kept on dreaming and hoping and yearning and striving. Now, the man who was once called Mr. Prisoner is now called Mr. President. Don't you stop dreaming. It gets kind of dark, but keep on dreaming. The Lord is our light. Keep on dreaming. It gets kind of lonely, but keep on dreaming. You get kind of tired, but keep on dreaming. You get kind of weary, but keep on dreaming. You get kind of tired, but keep on dreaming. You get kind of scared, but keep on dreaming. You get, oh my God, I feel something in here today. I tell my African American brothers and sisters, hold up your head. I know you're on probation. I know you're on parole. I know it looks like nobody wants to hire you. I know, my God, I have empirical data as well as experiential data to justify and solidify my stance when I indicate to you with a great deal of enthusiasm and authenticity that I know of what you speak. You're not telling me something that I have not heard. And in many instances, you're not telling me something which I have not lived in my personal life. My brothers and sisters, in spite of all that you have been through, you are still the best and the brightest that our ancestors ever produced. You are what Martin Luther King Jr. died for. You are what Harriet Tubman fought and cried for. You are the best and the brightest that your ancestors have ever produced. You are the kings and you are the sons and daughters of kings and queens. Greatness lies down in the marrow of your bones. There's greatness and destiny down in your belly, in the DNA that God put in you. Oh God, He couldn't have made you any better than you are right now. So, in spite of the obstacles and the upheaval and the disheaval, in spite of the vicissitudes of life with which you find yourself faced at this particular juncture in time, my message to you as I come today and ask you to stop this violence, stop killing cops, and ask the cops to stop this violence and stop killing unarmed African American men. My message to you today is hold up your head, stand tall, never surrender. You are a child of the Most High God. You are the child of Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah Nissi, Jehovah Jireh, El Elyon, El Shaddai, most righteous, most holy, thou art God. God can order your steps. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and He delighteth in His way. And so your steps have been ordered, and you didn't happen upon this particular podcast at this particular time on this particular day, but you're here for a reason. And God has ordered and orchestrated the events of your life to get you here at this particular time. And you are here and you can't get away. Oh God, I said you're here and you can't get away. God is going to use everything in your past in order to prepare you for your future. I understand that when you're in prison, it's hard to believe that a prison cell can be a blessing. But Mandela's prison cell got him ready for the presidency. Malcolm's prison cell got him ready to become a leader. Oh, Joseph's prison cell got him ready to become the prince of Egypt. And so, my brother, just because you're locked in does not mean you're locked out of the will of God. Just because you're locked down does not mean you cannot get up. You got to think up before you can get up. You got to think your way out before you can walk your way out. If you can't see it, my brother, you can't be it. Oh, okay. Let me stop. My God, I didn't mean to do all of that. Thank you, Jesus. Sherman D. Manning. Let me know you're hearing us. Send me an email at ShermanDManning@gmail.com. ShermanDManning@gmail.com. Let us know you're listening to this podcast and tell your friends to download it also. Thank you so kindly. Goodbye.